So we have
Actually, streaming
Diggy,
all of top eight is difficult.
it's a
Yeah.
little hard. Yeah.
Especially since
All right, we
I'm
ready?
playing Yeah, we read or was
Yeah,
playing.
Good luck.
You said you read? Oh wait.
yeah.
Wait for Ryan.
I'm here. I'm no. I just watched through Discord. It's good.
Okay. I wasn't aware that he was still doing it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're ready. Is this correct?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That was a yummy sip of tea. I'm assuming
Yep.
tea.
Yep.
What flavor of tea? I'm actually curious. Are you an Earl Grey guy? Are you a
Ginseng, and it wasn't tea.
Oh. You said yup, so I thought it was tea, but over here.
I don't drink tea. Actually, it makes me sick.
Really? That's
I'm the only person in the world I know of that, like, the smell and taste of tea just makes me sick.
Oh my goodness, this conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You almost
that's
got
actually
the
super
big boy
weird.
conversion.
I've
Yeah.
had an experience with tea that kind of did something like that, but I'll tell it later because
Yeah.
I want to focus on this match. This is the run back of winners, right?
Yeah, I think they played, didn't they?
Yeah,
I guess I could look at it.
I think they played and it went to game 5? Question mark.
Let's see. Yeah, it did. You're exactly right.
All right, so
Good memory.
Cool to see. I have stupid good memory. Again, another thing I'll tell later. This is
Okay.
super tight right now, though. Very, very close in percent. I think the big determinant here is how well Brandon is good at neutralizing ball. Oh, and using it, apparently. Dragon's gonna be the most honest character in the game when he's added calling it.
Maybe.
Honestly? That sounds right, somehow, despite
the only character with weaknesses.
I mean, if you call Honest a character that literally picks up the platforms and throws them at people and whatnot,
I guess I'm calling that Honest. I guess that's what we're going with. Oh, he did all that movement, just good hit.
Diggy is not very comfortable with going for the up B at the top against anybody, like any character.
Yeah, don't blame him. If they get the DI right, even when you're really close to the blast zone, it's not that commonly.
Are you talking about Linksalots? Are you talking about a SOS, or did you happen to catch a quarantine report too? Just want to get
yeah, because this is. Yeah, we had 2 sponsored tournaments, and now this is Stiggy's second one that he just kind of put up for funsies.
Oh, the previous Brandon's for hire. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're Lotus. No worries.
Oh, what's good,
Welcome
Lotus?
By. Yeah, this is a tool I made, or, like, retooled, rather. I don't want to say I made it. Ooh, the up air to kill!
That was nice.
I repurposed it for Slayers.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I still want to get, like, skins in for it, but, like...
that'd be cool.
It's just...
Also sounds like a project.
Yeah, that's the thing. I could probably do it for Slugger real easy.
Yeah, I think his... Well, I guess all of their color schemes aren't... They were kind of intentionally designed to be fairly simplistic, like blocks of colors rather than a whole bunch of detail.
Right, for, like, available silhouette and, or, like, a recognizable silhouette, and, you can do that through color, not necessarily just shape.
Right, exactly. Because, especially when you're animating, and, like, there's all these crazy poses, you don't necessarily get the finite detail so much as the overall, like, oh, his chest, this block of color is below the legs.
Right.
So, like,
especially in a platform fighter.
Right. Where the camera's really far out and
moving all over the place. Schmooving.
Yeah. Shoutouts to our first version of the camera, which was bad.
I think we've all kind of grown to like this version of the camera.
Sickness. That was pretty sick.
Oh, I
like
just
that
realized
no
that.
slugger main uses the dive kick to edge guard other sluggers.
No, we do it sometimes. It's just like it trades a lot is the problem. So nobody feels like super comfortable doing it if we're not gonna get it for real, for real.
Yeah, it's a good thing to trade though, right? Like
it is, but it isn't. If they, especially if they have the meteor cancel.
Good.
Wow. But Diggy canceled that stock out and got the win.
That was pretty close though. Went to the last stock. Wonder where they go next.
Diggy definitely ran away with it a little bit. Kept himself together, a little more
They're
composed.
going to the bay.
Straight to the bay. Was this Brio's counter pick? Yeah.
Yeah, he said, "The bay," and you have no say in that. By the rules, he is right.
I just like when people say stage, and I just like saying no.
No.
At best, it gets a laugh, and at worst, it tilts them, and that's like a win-win, honestly.
Yeah, I guess in a way.
What do you mean no? This guy's a dick.
Did he not have his weapon? I guess he did.
So it's pretty solid stock for the first one here.
Yeah. I think Diggy is surprisingly good at adapting too. Cause like he was shouting other people out for being good at it. Maybe I should have taken that as a cue that that's something he looks for. Like has an inclination towards.
I mean, he's definitely super good at it, but I also think he falls a little bit into his own habits, like sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely a creature of habit to some extent.
Right. It was just in our set. It felt like, you know, I was playing really well in the first game,
Right.
and then he adapted pretty quickly with just like small changes. Yeah, like time.
It's definitely something Brendan talked about, but like also he mentioned that you were good at that. Like, not necessarily adapting to little changes, but calling out little things. So
yeah,
it's super good that Diggy is able to adapt to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't playing quite as good in those the last half of that set, because I was kind of tilted about the controller messing up a bunch. But you know, it's
oh, what a grab!
That's the thing that I do in Melee so much.
Well, in like Spacies.
Yeah, I just grabbed them out of the side Bs. That's like my favorite thing. People just die to it afterwards.
It's crazy that like Brandon just can't hold the lead right now. He just keeps losing like what is otherwise favorable for him for like the stock counts and even percent. Now Diggy's just running away with this. He wanted his run back and he's getting it.
Yeah,
I think Brandon might just out of frustration pick Spy. Just be like, yeah, I give up.
He might. I don't know. I kind of don't think so. I think he got his fill of the Spy, and he just wants to play more Slugger at this point. If I had to guess. Some familiarity.
Ooh,
so Diggy.
That could have killed.
Yeah, yeah, with different DI, I guess. Whoa!
Something that's a little under the radar about Diggy is that he's really good at implementing other people's technology. Like I make the joke, but like clearly he's done his work to have it, you know, be a part of his arsenal, not necessarily just something he's you know, like just stealing, like you know.
He's learned how to. Ooh, nice. See what I'm talking about?
See, I told you we do it. What did I tell you?
I guess so. I guess so. He heard me saying it, even though he's deafened.
He has the stream open.
He's stealthed.
Brandon is sticking with Slugger right now. I like that. Wait, what'd he say?
He said, again, also, you are playing great. Good stuff.
Thank you. You are too. If Brandon says no. Oh, I love the energy.
Yep, it's wholesome. We are wholesome boys right now.
Look at these homies doing a real neutral start.
A real, yeah.
Into just dying.
There's so much cooler now with the ball being able to juggle both. It just makes it so cool to me. I think Brio is one of the only people that like really pushes like how that changes the ditto.
And
you know what I mean?
an SD, no homie stock. Diggy.
Yeah, actually, that's the first time this whole tournament.
Nah, he didn't homie stock for me, like on some of the SDs. He did like once.
Yeah, all right.
Ooh,
my
nice
impression of playing him was that it felt like he kind of had a
had a what?
Was playing Diggy. It kind of felt like he had a like I I don't want to call it like a straightforward game plan because like there's a lot of nuance to what he was doing.
Oh, one
But-
edge guard.
It felt like he wasn't afraid to keep it simple when and like if a situation was working, he would go back to it, like as a neutral opener or stuff like
Right.
that.
Right, and I completely get that. You know, like why change it if it's still working, and then I'll adapt when I need to, not not for the sake of adapting, but
Right.
like out of
Like
necessity.
I was having a hard time in the artist matchup at least with he would do like a full hop and he would bait out with a double jump and then also an air dodge. I was like, how do I deal with this?
God,
But
Brandon is just getting ran over right now.
yeah, he
Can
kind
at
of
least
is.
get one.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
okay.
just wants one, dude. I can feel it.
Alright, he got
Maybe
his
one
one.
more. I think he's playing really well though.
It's just
He's,
like he's cleaned up the conversions, which is the big thing. Like actually being able to convert in the Ditto is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, this is a punish heavy matchup.
It's the Falco Ditto, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Whew. Is that it? Could have been if he got the
Oh yeah, absolutely.
air
it could've been.
first.
Brandon has not been doing the down throws, and that's super important, especially at ledge. Just throwing out the down throw is a kill at like 60, basically.
Oh, right, because you can jump air dash into something.
I mean, it could just be that he's not super confident in it. So he doesn't want to. Oh,
Rut-row. One hit from getting 3-0'd.
well now it's 3 stocks to 1.
Yeah, I guess so. Diggy the artist, aka the slugger. Very much a slugger main.
Literally, he's never played artist in his life. That's a lie.
Woo. I got confused for a second. It's like, what's happening?
Okay, this is unrelated. Oh, they're already. Alright, I'll tell you after. Right, we are seeing
Alright, let's
a
go.
neutral start. Can Brandon cheese his way back into this? Despite
Yeah, that's
us really
not looking like it.
Alright, yeah,
I
we're
thought I
good.
did more damage. I thought that would have done a lot more damage.
It's actually weird because like
Whoa, that was a really good focus attack, actually. Because
Anything about,
focus
like-
attack has a cut-through property, so even if it clanks, it just goes through.
oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
it's
that,
one
and
of
I
the few
think I
attacks in
hate
the
it.
game like that. At least I'm pretty sure it does. It used to, but then there was like a little bit of a bug with the clank through,
Oh, that was
especially with focus attack.
Brio!
that was almost so
Alright.
sick, and then it wasn't.
I know, right? That's my whole career. Anyway. GG's. GG's.